Hello, everyone, and welcome to our reading today. We are using Healing Energy Oracle cards. Well, I have card one, I have deck one and deck two. These are from Leanne Peters in Australia. She has Temple of Balance. She's an artist. So I'll just show you real quick what some of the cards look like in case because this is a private, um, like a private deck. It's not through like a company or anything. This is just through herself, and uh, her own artwork and her own creation of her cards. So beautiful deck. I bought both of them and I blended them together to have a large deck to use. So you could buy them separately depending on you can go to her website and a templeofbalance.com and you could see the cards and what sets you want to get, but I combined them both together because I like how they complemented each other. So but let's just pull some cards just to see. They're kind of the size of my hand, as you can see, so I like to shuffle them this way. So we'll just shuffle them up and see. I don't do the splitting of the deck and shuffling because if I did, they would probably end up like all over the floor. My hands are small, and so I just shuffle them like this to get my readings. And then I just go based off of where uh, intuition tells me to pull. So we have receive assistance and purification. I feel like we're supposed to shuffle again. If you hear any noise, my dogs are in here with me. Um, they don't like it when I close the door and won't let them in. They like to be in here with me. So if you hear a noise, it's just my dogs. I feel like this one wants to come out. Expansion, new vibration, and heaven on earth. Okay, so let's take a look. Receive assistance. Assistance may come in a form of a solution, opportunity, abundance, helping hand, offering, improvement, or an exchange. Help has arrived. So, for some of you, there might be something that you have been trying to get to happen, and it just like the universe was trying to align everything perfectly because if it would have happened when you wanted it to happen, maybe it wouldn't have been the full assistance that you truly needed, right? So like it is all working in divine timing. So the assistance may come in a form of a solution. So pay attention to your downloads. Pay attention to how you feel about something. Words around you might come in as a guide for you. So uh, pay attention to like something that makes your heart feel fluttery or really catches your attention and stops you. Or, when you're dreaming, pay attention to certain things in a dream that really stick out and look it up whenever you get it, whenever you wake up, look up the meaning of it. So, because it can definitely help you. But people are coming in. The situation is going to change. The universe is turning things around. So whatever it is that you're struggling with, just keep hanging in there because it's going to improve. It's going to get better. So you don't want to give up right this minute. Purification, white light flushing through your spine, cleansing, purging, washing, clean yourself out, connect. Presence of loved ones in spirit. Yes. So your ancestors, your spirit guides, you are not alone during this like healing and this transformation that you're going through. This was all because you wanted better for yourself and you chose to love yourself and the universe chose to support you and help you through this time because you were ready, right? And your spirit team is with you, protecting you, guiding you, making sure that you finish what you started, right? Because here's the thing, a lot of people start this healing, they start this path and then if they don't get the help that they want right away, they give up. because it's just easier to give up and go back to what you're used to, comfortable with. It's easier to give up and just stop the work on yourself, because working on yourself, healing yourself is really hard. There's things that you have to face that you might not want to face. There's things that you have to walk away from, people, places, situations that you have to walk away from in order to do this healing. You can't keep healing and allowing the situation at the same time. So, like for some of you, you could have really felt like, I can't do this no more. I can't keep doing this. But your spirit team was there supporting you, telling you, finish what you started. Don't give up. Don't, and you were, with each step, you were getting better and better. The purification, you could feel the purification. And that purification was kind of like the motivation to keep going. Like when you would feel that release, even though it wasn't fully the release that you wanted, it was still enough to make you realize you really, really do want it. So even if you regressed a little bit, you stopped a little bit, but then you got back into it because you really, like, I don't want to say crave that feeling, but you realized that that feeling made you happy. It made you desire it even more, so that you chose to do the healing on your own, because your spirit team can't force you to do anything. It all has to be in alignment, and it has to be with what you want for yourself as well. But because you chose um, to do this, then as you work through that, the purification comes little by little by little, to the point where you begin to get yourself back up again, show back up again for yourself. And when you show back up for yourself, then your ancestors and stuff shows up. They show up for you. Expansion, star and galactic connections. Reconnect with your star home. Expand your perceptions. Lift up. Find the bigger picture. Get perspective of the situation. Yes, you are choosing to do the work, and the universe is working things out for you in divine timing. And what you're being guided to do here is think outside the box. Don't limit yourself. Pay attention to your thoughts. Are they positive? Are they negative? Are you comparing your healing journey with somebody else? Because here's the thing about transformation and working through something that you need to heal from or grow from or move away from, is the focus. That's where a lot of it is self-love, yes, but also focus. You got to have your focus. If you're focusing on, well, how far did Sam get today? And you're comparing yourself, then you're not in your true lane. So this card is telling you expansion. Look beyond your limitations. Don't compare. Pay attention to the bigger picture. Allow yourself to believe. Remember the whole sayings of, like, when we are children, we pick up that flower, the dandelion, and we make a wish and we blow, and in our minds we just picture our wishes just going everywhere. We have this imagination of anything is possible. And that's what this is telling you. This card is telling you, stop limiting what the universe, the creator, God's source can do for you. Stop putting a limit on your own abilities of what you can do for yourself. Don't tell yourself, "Oh, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this." Tell yourself, I can't do this today. I need to take a break. But I'm going to do this tomorrow. I'm going to work on this tomorrow, right? Your self-talk, your belief determines your expansion on this situation, right? So you got to look outside of your thought process and the situation and believe that the assistance that you need is coming through in divine timing. Not that it's not coming through, or, well, it hasn't came yet, so it's not going to, but it is coming. And when you see somebody get their assistance, be happy for them and know that yours is going to come too. If that person got theirs, then you're going to get yours. You just got to wait on divine timing. You just got to trust the universe knows the perfect timing for you. Because if you rush something, it could collapse everything. So you have to definitely come in with a new vibration, right? Keep your idea rooted in reality. Ground, connect, New vibrations coming in. You are the one who must do the action, nurturing and follow through. Exactly, right? These new vibrations are not going to take place unless you show up for yourself within and outside of you, right? This is an inward, outward, inward, outward. I always tell people it's kind of like you go this way and then you go back this way. And you're going in and you're coming out. And the trust, the faith, the love, it's all a part of it. It's all a part of moving everything around to make this new vibration come in. You got to work a little bit over here and then you got to pause and work a little bit over there. And then some days you may only get to do one little thing because you've got life, you've got responsibilities and other things going on, right? So you just got to do a little bit here and let that be enough without criticizing it or making yourself feel that you're not good enough or not did enough, because then you're taking that positive energy that you use to build that and you're just tossing it out the window. And so you don't want to do that. You want to keep building, keep building, keep building, building from where you left off. Think of it this way: when people are building big buildings in the city, right? Sometimes they're building those big skyscrapers. They don't do it just all in one great big day. No, they usually start it and then they might stop for a couple days depending on the weather or the situation, right? Then they might do a couple floors and then you might see them stop again. You might not see anybody really working on it, or they might work on like something simple, like the electrical electrician work or something. But it's a process. It is a process, but then the completion is amazing. Like, it's like this new technology that comes in and you're just like, wow, like, that was built? That's huge. That's really big. Look at that foundation. And maybe it's a building that's made to shake so that if there's an earthquake or something, it doesn't crumble, right? So sometimes you just got to tell yourself you have to take the time. You have to take the time to allow things to work out the way they're meant to, because there's a lot that goes into it. And if you want that foundation to be solid and you want it to be able to not shake and collapse when something comes at you, then you got to take your time to do it right. You could rush through your healing, but if you're not really doing that, you're not taking the time to do it right, then you're going to have to go back and do it again. Or you're going to have a lot of places that are not healed correctly, and so you're not going to be balanced. And you don't want to be that. You don't want to do the work and then throw it away because you didn't do it right and you didn't love yourself enough to take it step by step. There's nothing wrong with going step by step. You should never be in a race with yourself when it comes to your self love and self healing and what's best for you. You should always show up 100% and take each step as it comes and be grateful with each step, because that step is what's going to grow the next 10, the next 20, the next 30, the next 50. So you got to show up and be in the present and not rush it, but set with it and appreciate it and value it, because that's how the foundation becomes strong and unshakable and ready to take on anything above it. So our closing card is Heaven on Earth. Balance, depth of meaning, coming together, bring formless into form. Love, access higher frequencies, living it, being it, union. So heaven on earth, this is all about taking every single thing that you have done and joining with source, creator, your ancestors, your spirit team, and just bringing it into the physical from the spiritual, right? So what happens spiritual happens physical. What happens physical happens in the spiritual, and you're bringing everything into balance, as above, so below, as within, so without. So the balance comes from taking the time to honor yourself, taking the time to not rush, taking the time to work through every level correctly and completing things, and then going back and healing again if you need to. But love is one of the greatest foundations. If you look in nature, you look in ourselves, like, love can heal a lot. Love can change things on so many levels that we can't even begin to imagine. Self love can empower us to completely rewrite our story. The love of earth empowers us to understand that we are so much more than what we get up every day and do. We are so much more than paying bills and going to a job from 9 to 5 or 9 to whenever, 4 to whenever, whatever. We're so much more than what we see ourselves. And life keeps us so busy that often we don't get that chance to set with ourselves, to discover who we are spiritually, who we are in our heart space. We are in a world that's just very fast paced and very demanding and very competitive and comparing on things that often we don't find the level of love that we are truly meant to seek. So this is telling you that you are going to find the harmony within things. You just got to keep going. You got to keep positive. You got to keep trusting that it's all going to work out. It's all going to come together. That everything that you're doing is exactly what you need to do. And then when you do this, you're going to see the transformation pick up pace. Once you get through the hard part, you're going to see the transformation really start to take form, and you're going to see the pace pick up, and you're going to see your life really start to change in a lot of ways. Okay. And when it does, just remind yourself that you loved yourself enough to have patience and to have faith that you were worthy of all of this that you receive, right? And just give credit to where credit's due. Credit to yourself, credit to your spirit team, credit to your ancestors, their creator, and just know that you worked hard to get here and set in that energy so that you appreciate it. Because gratitude is also very important. It reminds you of having important boundaries, saying no, loving yourself, and continuing to grow and continuing to expand and move forward in your life without looking back and comparing or doubting yourself ever again. Right? So it and what you do and what you learn is also going to help others around you to do the same thing, to understand that they can do it too. Because they're going to see the transformation. They're not going to see it, they're going to see it. And if they want it bad enough, they're going to do the work as well. So you're going to really help others too. This isn't just about you, but this is also about breaking generational patterns and behaviors within yourself, with self-taught patterns, behaviors, within your family, things that people around you may have done or continue to do. And if they don't see you doing it and they see your views changing and your love for yourself changing, you're going to be a ripple effect for others. You're going to plant that seed. So never doubt what you can do. Never doubt the ability of the impact of your self-healing and where it can lead you. Right? There's a lot of great things coming. You just got to keep showing up and keep being patient and know that you're on the right track, right? You are doing the right work. You are exactly where you're meant to be on your life journey. So I hope this has helped you. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you in the next one. Have a great evening, day. Bye.